Don't worry. Come in. We're going to do good things. I'm told really Uganda has changed their flights again to later. Can I beat them? Do you know how much effort it has taken to accommodate that team? Have you seen me hurrying people? Come back in, stop taking photos. We are trying to be spontaneous. No, let's go. I'm not sure to be happy or to beat you. I need 2 seats filled. Come in front. Come in front. Don't sit like that. She's looking at me like, yes. Here. I need one more person to sit there. So Damaris, you'll remove all the extra seats so that, move here. How do I make your life easy? They can move here, yes. Move that way, Michael. That's my lower right. It really likes order. Remember quadrants? That's a lower right me. Structure, lights, are they okay? Are we orderly? Okay. So now we can take our time with letters to self. Aya, ziko wapi barua? Where are the letters? Yes. So let me reorganize the program again so that we are together. We'll do the letters to self and do reflection. Then we'll take a break. The break was going to be very rushed. So we'll take the break and then do me and then do the certificates at the end with everybody. Sounds good?
I wanted to say this is the original envelope. It has gone to the United States and come back.
Intact. Intact.
The way you gave it to me. So if anything is missing here, it is not on me.
Okay, are you ready? Yes. And your phones on your lap, put them away. Bruce, Stella. Now the back, all connected. Whatever you know that big.
Rebecca one just give to Tanzanians and you cannot open. Yeah, that's getting
I'll stay forever young.
down there.
Christine.
Down there.
Don't open yet. You're going to open together. Geoffrey. Rosemary.
She hasn't come.
Esther. Smile before you open. Dennis. Sarah Beda. If I pronounce your name wrong, just forgive me. Jefferson Onle. James. Geoffrey. Uganda, your names are special. I go to school to Amando. Okelo, Emi, another Zumlamani. Zumlamai.
Yes, that one is easy.
Michael, Rahi. Grace, Michael, the other Michael. And CJ. don't necessarily want you to. Is anybody online? No. Okay. So we don't necessarily want you to read your letter. I just want you to say, what are you grateful for when you read the letter? What are you taking away with you after you've read the letter? Okay? So just two things. I'm grateful for this, and this is what I'm taking away from. Everybody will speak. You have a minute to speak. You cannot go more than the minute, but you can go less than the minute, so that everybody gets a chance to say something as part of your takeaway. Okay? And we'll start at the back. Yes. Are we ready with our minutes? And I think it's nice to come and stand here. If you all stand, we'll start there at the end. So, this is what I'm grateful for, this is what I'm taking away with me after reading my letter. Does that make sense? Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. You're looking so solemn. Really? Transformed. Yes. I like that. And we are recording. This is my best part. So I like to go back and listen to it. But let's go ahead.
Okay. I'm grateful for...
Kindly stand, please.
Okay. Thank you. At least I'm grateful for 50% implementation. Already there's some percentage there, 50%. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful for that. Mm-hmm. And more vulnerability is what I'm taking away with me.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. When I was reading my letter, it has a couple of paragraphs, but there are paragraphs that I was reading and I was shaking my head. I was like, oh my God. But what I'm taking is that I am a completely changed person, and I want to live by the new me going forward. Thank you.
I'm so curious on those two paragraphs. You don't want to read them for us? Okay, you don't have to.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First, I'm grateful for life and for the journey that I've walked from May to date. When I was reading my letter, I kind of became emotional because there are some lines that were speaking directly to me. There are some areas I wanted to work on, and I can say part of it was to listen more, which I've improved a lot, and it's something that I want to build on so that I can create a powerful teamwork.
Nice. Thank you.
Good morning. I thought I remembered what I wrote to myself. When I read the letter, I realize I don't. And it reads so well. It's smart. So now, at the end of this exercise, as we celebrate, I look at the areas I'd identified to work on. Sadly, I didn't work on all of them. The good thing is that I know them, and I'm conscious about about them. So I'm happy I wrote this letter. I don't like journaling, but looking at this, maybe I should start.
Nice.
Thanks.
Thank you. Pass the mic to Francis.
Good morning. As I was reading my letter, I am grateful for the tools that I've got that will enable me to transform the gender inequality through education back home. But my takeaway is it's not too late. I am not young to transform and change the status quo.
Nice, nice. We're not clapping actually for these people. Oh! We start with God. Ernest. We have to clap for everyone. And for Michael. For Rebecca. For Nyakundi. And for Francis. Yes. Okay.
You can as well clap for me in advance. Fellow young, intelligent African leaders, good morning.
Good morning.
I've read my letter today. I'm surprised. One thing my letter has reminded me is that this world has everything we need. The secret is you only get it according to the measure you give it. So today, my takeaway is that this being able to go through this, it has sharpened me to be able to give my best to the world. So I expect nothing but to start harvesting the best from the world. Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll just read a few texts I wrote here. I wrote that Kathy, okay, there's the introductory bit of it, to myself, of course. But I also noted that Kathy, our coach, is a passionate lady who is trying to help us achieve this coaching goal. God bless her. And I think she's done it. The other last bit is 6 months is a short time, but a lot can be achieved if you keep your heart and mind to the task. Let's touch base again and see how far we've come. And I think we've really come far, and we've moved and achieved our coaching goals. And thanks to Kathy again.
Nice.
Good morning.
I think the mic is not working. Yeah, try that.
I don't have a physical letter. Mine is written in my heart. Because I was not here to write a physical letter. I am about 60% happy. I was working on reducing on over-trusting people. That was my challenge, which is still there, that over-trust. And I could say my takeaway is it is still a journey. I'm still working on it, but I'm very grateful. So I'm just working on that to ensure I do not over-trust people, especially for nothing. Thank you very much. And that will actually strengthen my no when I'm supposed to say no. Yeah. I want to underline it and bold it, that when I say no, it is a no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm just looking at my letter, and I committed to do 5 things in the course of the 6 months. The first one was to connect more with self, personally, emotionally, and somatically, which I have done. The other one was to self-love more. I have done that. The other one, I had committed to start journaling. I haven't been so good in this. I try once a month. I had committed to do it weekly, so I do it a month. The other one was working out. At least every Sunday, I do go out. I do a walk, like 8 to 10 kilometers every Sunday in the morning.
Wow, thank you. You're not clapping for them?
Good morning. So you told me to write a letter to myself.
Yes.
I only managed 2 paragraphs. So let me just read them. So I'm 35 now. In a year, I'll be 36. So it's a letter to my 36-year-old. So today I'm saying, congratulations on completing the Collective Rising Leadership Institute program. As a type 2 supportive helper, you possess an incredible capacity for empathy, generosity, and a deep desire to make a positive impact on the lives of others. Reflecting on your journey, it's evident how much you've grown, both as a leader and as a compassionate individual. As you move forward, take with you the lessons learned from this program. Continue to trust in your abilities, but also remember the importance of self-care. Your well-being is crucial, not just for you, but for the countless others who rely on your strength and guidance. But I think the one thing I want to mention as a reflection for myself, boundaries. I struggle with boundaries. I think to some extent I'm learning, even in the way I respond. Sometimes for the sake of peace, I'll just keep, my voice silent. So that is one thing that I think, reflecting on my journey, that I'm working on. It's one of the things I'm growing on, and it's still a work in progress, but I'm happy with the progress made so far.
Nice, thank you. Type 2s. You're not cheerleader. There. Nice. So notice when your energy is going down, when you're not listening, and just bring it back to the listening mode. Okay? Remember how we said yesterday, this is her house drawing. So cheer them on.
Good morning. Okay, personally, I'm grateful for this opportunity because it helped me so much. Growth within myself, in my work area. And if you ask my team, they can tell you more about it. One takeaway, I remember anything I wrote in my letter, but I want to go back home to inspire others, to grow on the area of work, of life, etc. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. Clap with enthusiasm, guys. Come on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Looking at my letter, a lot of things has just been going on in my mind. My letter started with a statement that this week, this was 25th of May, and I was saying, dear Stella, this week you embarked on a new journey of self-discovery. And over the next 6 months, that was my ending paragraph, you will be transformed into a woman who is fully aware of who she is, what potentials she has, what demons hold her back, and how she can use the immense capabilities that are within you to inspire others. And I just look at, and one last statement is, everyone that will meet the new you will be happy that they met you. I just look back at the few, my time is not counting or it's finished. So I'm just looking back and I'm amazed. There's so many testimonies that I've seen over the past few months that has left me even shocked at what has become of me. One example I can give, or two examples I can give, is that I stand up a lot more to injustice. In the past, I would just keep quiet and process it in my mind and think about it and die with it. But now I stand up and say what I want to say with boldness, with courage, with strength, much easily. And the other thing that has really left me very happy is that my children think that I am a better mother. I went home from the field one day and they asked me for something that ideally I would have said no. But I told them, okay, let's go do it. And my daughter looked at me and, are you serious? I said, yes, let's go. So we went out. They wanted to go out. I took them out. We had a very good time, and I gave everyone whatever they wanted. So when we were going back home, yes, she said, Mommy, you have changed. And everybody knows you can be very good out there, but when the people in your house tell you you have changed, that change is real.
And that's the most important change we want inside the house. Lovely. Thank you, Stella.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have read my letter, and I think I had forgotten most of the things that were written in here. I have mixed feelings. I am happy because I have achieved half, but I have not achieved half. And if I was to write another letter again today, I will copy and paste the same letter so that I can work on them for the next 6 months. But I am grateful for the transformation. I think the little change is worth it.
Thank you so much. Vulnerability is not a weakness. And when Furahini was doing this, yesterday she asked us, if you know something about me, you should know that I'm quite emotional. So when I opened this letter, I teared because I wrote it with my heart and with my mind. I easily tear, apologies. And it shocks people because I talk a lot. I'm quite pleased because I wrote my heart and I worked on my heart. Okay. I'm pleased because I worked on my heart and my mind. And I'm pleased for the progress I made. I worked on my weakness. And for the progress I've made in the 6 months, I'm really happy about the progress I've made. But me being a type 1, I'm bitter about the 32%. I was doing a computation here. The 32% that I didn't do. And I'm quite bitter with myself. But what I've learned from this, and honestly, away from journaling, I'm going to write letters to myself quite oftenly. It's quite a powerful tool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, 1 minute. Let me just talk about the gift of tearing, because it's a gift. The first time I saw my coach, and he's a man, tearing in South Africa, I wondered, what's wrong with him? Men don't cry, what's wrong with you? But in our family, we have the gift of tearing. We never give my dad the mic. Then we stand at the back, this is going to start crying. Aki's going to start crying. But it's a gift. It's a really powerful gift. And yes. You remember we talked about the emotional line? So emotions will either give you tears, and some are expressed through tears, some are expressed through your tight, Hope said yesterday, your throat gets tight. So it's more of, how do I say it? Being okay with your emotions. They don't overwhelm you, but they're telling you something. I'm so touched by my letter. I'm so grateful for myself. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't achieve it. All those are stories that give you certain intelligences. Embrace them all, because they are all part of you. And when you learn to embrace them, it means you allow other people to embrace them. Make sense? I love it when people tear, because me, that's my second nature. It's part of me. Over to you. Oh, I was going to say something on the baby steps. No. Leave him with his emotions. It's good. Baby steps are also very good. Yeah.
Now I'm shaking.
Yes.
We've got a lot of loudness this side, so we really can't hear what people are saying.
Increase the volume. We'll increase the volume.
Good morning, everyone.
And then put your mic here. Yes, like that.
Thank you. Maybe it's not a good time to come after my fellow type 1. But the first emotion I felt was sadness. we tend to be overly critical of ourselves, if, for the many of you who have read about the type 1s. So, but then beyond the sadness, I was like, but what I had wanted to be doing is to first get the positives from myself and also from other people within the team. So then I went back to read the letter, and a few of the things I had written was that as I walk this journey, there will be beautiful places that I will walk through, lots of adventure on the way, and I hope you will enjoy it all. So this was to Winnie. And as I set on a journey of self-discovery, wanting to know just how much potential I have, tapping into the knowledge of all those around me with a renewed energy to complete each task that I begin within the set timelines. I have 50% achieved. There were points of things that I wanted to do by today. Not all are done, but I'm happy that I enjoyed the adventure, because that is one of the things that I had wanted to do. I have had several summits, lots of adventurous things that I did, lots of hiking, even though some of the things I needed to have done here I have not done. I think I choose to pick the happy moments and celebrate, and have more energy, such that in the next 6 months, I will be able to celebrate the remaining.
Nice.
I'm reading a book that is...
I'll ask you to stop, Winnie. Please keep to the timer, because we have to allow everybody to speak. But we look for Winnie to hear about the book. Keep to the timer, kindly. So a round of applause for Winnie.
Right, good morning. Yeah, when I was writing this letter, it was me. But when I was reading it, I felt like it wasn't me. However, whatever that is in this letter, it's something that was speaking to me to be a changed leader. And I would like to say that of all the things that I wrote, or they wrote to me, I feel like someone wrote to me, it's only one thing that I've not been doing, that is journaling. But the rest, I feel I've done it. And I think in the next 12 months, in the transformation, this will be also done. Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
I'll just read one paragraph. When you come back in November, I'm hoping you'll be more clearer of who you are, getting to know much about your Enneagram type and how to work on your blind spots. Moreover, you'll be more good listener, little more gentle to yourself and kinder to others, and little more vulnerable and understanding when others expose their vulnerability to you. So I'm grateful for the steps that I've made. I'm not yet there, but yeah, I'm a bit kinder to myself and very kind to others. And I'm hoping that I'm continue stopping being hard with myself, because I think that's typical type 4. We are always very hard on ourselves. One thing that I'm taking away with me, I'll write more letters to myself, because I've seen it is very transformational. Thank you.
Thank you very much. While type 1 was emotionally crying for the change, I am type 2. I was again laughing at myself when I read my letter. And it's just because it confirmed what has happened as a change in me. I'll just read. One of the statements in my letter is written: people around me should be able to be surprised that I have changed, and they will want to know why and how it happened. And it's exactly what has happened to me. In my workplace, colleagues said I have changed because of the decisions I always make, because it wasn't that way. So I think the change has worked, and going forward, I will start practicing more of the tools that I've been using. One of them was journaling, reflection, but also great writing as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow. You see, when I was writing my letter, I was quite optimistic. I was hopeful. I was happy because I needed a change. You know, the skill, the leadership behavior, the leadership skill, the leadership knowledge was in a dangerous mechanical condition. It was a DMC. So I needed a refurbishment. So this training did that. So interestingly, I wrote a statement. I said, I am convinced that I am going out through the doors of the training hall as a changed person and with the heads up and with the swag. I think the swag has come. Thank
Swag. Nice.
Okay, good morning. First of all, on receiving my letter and when I was reading, I was very happy to connect with my past few months version of myself. On reading the letter, on the time when we were writing the letter, we already had some information. So it was, I was so eager to become the person I was building up myself, and the session was building me. So on reading the letter, I wrote a couple of things that I wanted to achieve. But the major takeaway from this was I wrote it with so much grace and so much confidence on myself. So on reading it, it was so affirming, and though maybe I have not completed all of it, but it gave me strength and affirmation that I can do this. So the takeaway was, as a leader, I should keep affirm myself and be confident on myself, and I should apply the same thing to fellow staff and everyone I'm dealing with on the same way. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues.
Good morning.
As a type 2, I wrote myself that I'm going to give up most of my community engagement so that I can save time for myself, which I have done. It has also helped me to save because I was spending money, because being everywhere, you're helping this one and helping the other. I must say that I have reduced that and I'm happy with it. I had also promised myself to eat well, exercise, and live healthy. And I have achieved it. Since May, I haven't visited a health hospital or a health clinic, and I'm feeling healthy and emotionally alert. What I didn't achieve is carrying work home. I promised myself not to carry work home anymore, but every day I carry my computer. When I reach home, I open it, which is not good for my family. Help me stop it. And whatever I'm not achieved, I'm carrying it to my life plan. I'm going to have a life plan, which I'm going to be reviewing every month.
Nice.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's actually good to get an assurance that crying is okay, and I think it's a thing for the type 1s. We get so emotional, but I thank God for this journey. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, so when I was reading the letter, actually I was teary as well, because the letter was addressed to Grace. And when I look at what I wrote to myself and committed to, I can actually say I've achieved about 70% of what I wanted to do. I just want to read one paragraph of the letter, because it makes me feel teary as well. By the end of the program, Grace, you'll be bold, confident enough, excellent at communicating and active listening. Your health, both mental, emotional, and physical, will be at an excellent level. I do not want to add anything else. I'm very grateful. I know the journey starts with self, individual, for you to even transform the other people around you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am just reflecting about how we are measuring in percentages what we've done, what we've not done. As a number 1, we seem to be following each other somehow, how we've sat. I'm grateful that when I read my letter, Number one, we have a very strong inner critic, but I can't see the inner critic in my letter, which is very refreshing. And for me, I just want to read a small part of this letter and maybe share it with all of you. Be you, choose you, celebrate you, because you are amazing, unique, and impressively have the courage to be authentic. And one thing that I'm reflecting on here is 6 months ago, as a number one, I could already see that I would be sweating about what I didn't do and it didn't do. I already saw it and I said, I know you have been trying, and that's what matters. So I share this with you.
Good morning. It's very rare for me to write something in English and I don't drop in some Luganda words. Even in speech, those who work with me know it. So even when I was writing this, I couldn't recall all of what I wrote in English, but I recalled one proverb in Luganda. And it goes, okutambula kulaba, okudda kunyumya. Literally meaning that when you travel outside your narrow confines, when you get back home after those travels, it's time for you to narrate the richer experiences you've seen. So, relating it to this experience in the last 5-6 months, since May, I've traveled, literally. I've been exposed. I've seen, and it's time for me to narrate what I have seen. I'm grateful for having really got the new experiences from some of the literature our coach has been sharing with us. And one of the great learnings I picked is from Colin's book. From good to great. I've known the difference between level 5 leaders and level 4 leaders. And I'm aspiring to become a level 5 leader. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm a 7, and in my letter, I was celebrating the journey of discovery. And I wrote, I'm an annoying optimist, a dreamer, a freedom lover. And that's what took me where am I today. And I wrote also in my letter that I may have made people's life very hard, running after my dreams. And I want to recognize that. And in my letter, since I still have 25 seconds, I said, the next time I meet you, I want to dance with you. So the DJ should put a music for me to dance with myself. a love dance for me to dance with myself, to celebrate that journey. But DJ is not ready, so please prepare that time for me.
Good morning, everyone. I'm grateful for everything I wrote in my letter. In fact, I wasn't remembering anything in the letter. So when I read, I was surprised. One, I told myself to practice listening more and then understand people according to their quadrants. I also told myself to start working out. And it's funny, from May to now, I've doubled my weight. So I did not work out. I didn't do anything on my weight. So I'm going to write another letter to myself today. Maybe in the next 6 months, I'm not going to triple. I'm going to go back to that normal size. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Irene wrote me a very long letter. And it's really amazing. At that time, I was going through a lot as a mother, as a student,
as a leader at the organization. So there is a sentence here that she wrote, I thank God that I thought about you today, because most of the time I forget you as I lose myself in minding and caring about others. So I realized today that, yeah, I have worked on this. I have had time for self-love and self-reflections. Yeah, so also Irene was really grateful for the opportunity to go through this leadership training. So she was really telling me that be very, very attentive to this course so that you really able to get to improve your career and leadership journey. And in November, I know you'll be a totally changed leader after being coached and practicing what you learned. So I'm taking along with me. Thank you so much.
Letter from the future, paragraph 3. Have you been kind to yourself? Have others benefited from the transformative sessions you are taken through? Have you become a better leader, a better person in general? Are you journaling? How is that going? I know it's not really your thing, but hoping you gave it a try just to see the implications it may have had on you. 6 months later, I can say that I've tried journaling. I'm very happy with the steps I've taken since I joined this summit. And I feel, of course, there's much in the letter that I've not achieved, but I believe I'm a train that's moving, and every day I'm picking up speed. Tribulations have been there, winds have been there, but to share an African saying from the seaside or from the ocean, that smooth seas don't make skilled sailors. That's what I take for me, and I take the skill with me. Thank you.
This is a letter to Jen, a type 3. It begins, Dearest transformative Jen, I see how you have walked a transformative journey in the Collective Rising Fellowship. I am no longer working as an I, but working as a we in the Rally leadership, moving away from working in the organization mindset to working with a mindset in a network, a collective network. I'm grateful that I've learned to reflect, work as a team, and also be able to control my emotions. My key takeaway is that the journey has just begun. I'm ready to walk again and walk my journey on this journey of transformation. Thank you.
Okay, reading through my letter was interesting, and after hearing everyone else, the letter was more about me and me. I feel like being a 3, we are usually about the work and people and everyone around you. This was just about me and being, seeing me for who I am and my strength and how I can be more focused about myself. I've improved my journaling. These days when I travel, I take very good pictures and I go back home and write, because I realize I have so many good memories that go and fade out and I can't trace them back, so I'm journaling more. I'm still struggling with vulnerability, being a 3, like someone has to earn it, like in a way I'd be like, what if you use it against me? What if tomorrow I cannot unsay or undo or flash your head somehow for you to forget? So I am working on it and I hope I improve. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This was the most difficult exercise for me during the immersion. It was very difficult, it was very emotional. Reading through the letter, I'm amazed at 2 things that I've managed to work on, and I have connected with why I've been over talking about those 2 things whenever I was asked about the impact of the program on myself. That is expressing my emotions a bit more. Being a 3 SP, she's a 3 not SP, so for her she has the emotional side a bit more than the 3 SPs. So that I have worked on and I want to continue. with it. I'm happy, grateful. Then the other bit I'm grateful about is I wrote here a better and testified balance between getting results from work and building a warm and healing relationship with all the people I work with at home and work. That is one thing that I've really tried. When I don't do it, I feel it that I've not done it. So and I tell myself, oh, you have missed it. So I talk to myself. What I'm taking away with me, that with intentionality, transformation is possible.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I looked at my letter and then I realized, oh, I forgot to tell myself this is a change journey, so it's not going to be simple. I'm probably going to have challenges. But the one thing that I looked at and I said, this I've done very well, I told Joyce, things will move even if you do not touch them yourself. Be a better leader by trusting that others too have the ability to do it well and trust them. And the beauty about this is that it has permeated not through my work alone, but also my home. I've even delegated my daughter to actually run the home. And I have fun looking at her struggling with the house help, organizing things, and I'm like, yeah, it can be done. Let me just go do my thing. What I'm taking away from this is my letter, but also with a phrase that if I could do this, I can do everything else. So I'll pin it on the wall and keep reminding myself to check off the other things and add on the list. Thank you.
I could take a tip from everybody. We could all take tips from everybody. May I ask the cameraman to move just behind a little? Thank you. So that we are together. So, are you feeling full? I'm feeling full. And don't forget that. So let's stand up. We'll do a breath and then take our tea break. Remember how we used to breathe in school? I'll teach. My nursery school, they used to tell us to breathe in. Yes? Remember? So be ready to breathe in so that we breathe in all those good things we've received. And if there's anything lingering that's not whatever, we breathe it out. Yes. Wow. And you told me, what's the message? We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up at break time. Thank you. We'll remember that we'll check that out. Thank you. Because you told me. Hi, Melissa. Kindly help me trust my letter to Irene. Yeah. It's already done. Thank you. Yeah. We'll pick it up. Okay. So remember breathing. So just move in front, back, because we used to put our hands out. Remember? So breathe in, be on your tiptoes, and then exhale out. Remember all those good things you've had. Another breathe in, and breathe in deep. Breathe in again. Out. And then last one. This is very good for your lungs. So last one, breathe in deeper than even breathed before. And then when you exhale, you move to the last ounce, any air that's there. So last time, breathe in, all the goodies, in, take them all in, and then exhale, remove everything. All right, good. Round of applause. So please be seated at 10:59. We have just a 15-minute break. It's a short break. What am I saying? And what time should it be? Tell me. We are starting at What time are we starting with Dume?